Welcome to today's podcast. Today, I'm very glad I can continue my activities with guests from Switzerland. This time, I was traveling through the whole Alps and I haven't found him. But then I learned, okay, he is not in Switzerland. He is now in Abu Dhabi. And so I'm very glad to have him here. Welcome, Matteo Boffa.
Hello, Jürgen. Thank you so much for this invitation. I'm very happy and proud to be here today.
I'm very glad you have a time, maybe a little bit to introduce your activities, which is very, for me, impressive. You are currently president at Swiss Business Council in Abu Dhabi and head of an environmental group and executive member in Dubai. Looking around, I saw that you are listed on the Forbes 30 of selected most impressive young minds in the Arabic world. And I think, what happened? Because you're a Swiss guy from Lugano. You started as volunteer at the Red Cross and in a bank. And when I see you ended then with a chief sergeant major in the Swiss Army. And afterwards, it was very straightforward to international school marketing and starting your career in Dubai with being a director, founder of several companies. And what happened? What happened at the Swiss Army? What got wrong with you? I usually know that all the Swiss guys stays at the Swiss Alps going for skiing and hiking and love the area.
No, to be honest, when people ask me what you're doing for living, I still don't know what to answer. The only answer is that I'm enjoying my life. We have to go a bit back to understand more what led me from Lugano to Dubai. My family, they're all bankers since many years in Switzerland. And I started my apprenticeship in a Swiss bank when I was 15 years old. This is very common in Switzerland and in part of Europe. I didn't know what to do. I was not a good student. I was not good at school at all. I didn't know what to do to my life. 15 years old, I didn't have any idea of continuing studying or what path was the best. So I followed the suggestion of my father. Okay, I work for this bank. I worked there for 10 years. I did my military service. I did, as you mentioned, a night and weekend marketing school because I was always passionate about marketing communication. And after I realized that Switzerland, the Lugano, the Ticino, the region where I live was very small. I didn't really enjoy my job anymore. It was easier, of course, to stay seated on the nice chair and grow organically with the time and the career. But I was not satisfied. I was not making a big impact rather than taking money, giving money, investing money for other people. So I realized that it was important to travel to understand better other cultures, other region. But I didn't have the English. So I went to New York. I studied there for 4 months, business English. And after that, I moved to South America for a 6-month trip backpacking. After that, I fortunately lost my mom. And that was as well one of the reasons that pushed me to change my life. I got this great opportunity in Dubai. I knew nobody in this region. Basically, I had this project for 6 months. I worked for this company for 6 months. And at the same time, I entered in the Chamber of Commerce as a member. And organically, I met new people. I had the chance to know new investor. I created my first company. I sold my first company. So in just few years, everything moved in a good direction. I throw a lot of seeds around, and now I'm happy to say that these seeds are transforming themselves into trees, and few of them are already producing some fruits. So it's still a long journey to be a successful person. I'm working hard to first of all enjoy my life and enjoying what I'm doing as a profession. And every day is different for me. So that's for me is the most important part.
I find it very curious what you say. It's still a long journey to be a successful person. Looking on, you are already president of a Swiss Business Council in Abu Dhabi, which is already very successful and listed beyond the Forbes 30 under 30, which is wow. So I think most people never be there on such a list. So I think that is already a great journey.
I am a big believer of creating good energy around yourself that will attract good people, good business, good money. At the end of the day, I have to be honest, I'm doing what I'm doing. Especially, I'm specializing in investing in startups of SME related to sustainability or social impact, taking around me people that have a positive mindset and they're trying to do something good. And I think these attract more people and more networking, like the this moment that I'm talking to you, I already feel a good opportunity to explain what was my story and why I decided to change it.
If you're talking about your sustainable investments, you're founder of Teli. Could you talk a little bit about what it is? Vegan sneakers is something to eat?
No,
No,
so
just kidding. But
it is a great story, to be honest. I failed many times in my investments. I have to say straight away, I made around 10 investments in different startups, early stage, and a few of them successfully continued the story and now are profitable. But I made many mistakes before reaching the opportunity to find this young founder. So I'm teaching as well in few universities here in the UAE, entrepreneurship and sustainability. And there was this competition in Amity University, where this young guy presented this strange idea. He took to his speech competition, this Shark Tank style of competition, this pair of shoes, and was the most ugliest pair of shoes I ever saw in my life. But I saw in him a great potential. So he created this new material made out of plastic bags, and he developed this idea of creating the first sneakers in the world made 100% vegan and from recycled material. And this guy won the competition, and we shake hands the same day. And I said, I want to start a company with you. And 1.5 years later, we are now a team of 12 people. We already sold more than 2,000 pair in a few months. We have been listed in JQ as the best sneaker for men for 2021. So it's an impressive journey coming from a 19 years old guy that didn't really had any other opportunity, or nobody was actually believing in him in that early stage. The first investment was not a lot, it was $10,000-$15,000 just to start, and now we are $3 million company. So I think this is a great story. The product itself is very good. We are very competitive in the price. The all material, as I said, are sourced in one country, so there is no footprint impact in shipping left and right and up and down material. The production has a positive social impact, so we pay homeless people to collect the trash that we transform in our material, and as well there are no kids involved. The factory it's not kind of a Swiss pharmacy, not at that level of cleanness and perfection, but is a very high standard of water control, electricity control. All the human rights are followed. We have people going and checking random the production as well to be ensured that the production is sustainable. So it's a great story. It's not just the product itself, but the production and the social aspect and angle.
Oh, I love it. The impact that you are one of the first one who did with upcycling. And if you're looking now in all the clothing companies, especially in skiing clothes, we're doing the same. So it's great that you're already ahead and keep everything in one country. I love such activities. Like I have seen there are some initiatives in India that the fishermen get now rewarded to bring back plastic bottle from the sea, or the young kids to collect the plastics, and a bag for plastics they can pay their school fees.
Yes, that's correct.
And that is an opportunity for them. Otherwise, they have no money. And so it's a chance to get education. Maybe that is already good connection to the FlipFlopi project and your roots to Africa. Maybe you like to talk a little bit about that one.
Yes, the FlipFlopi project is a project that I support. I had the chance to be in contact with the founders of this incredible initiative. It's basically the first boat in the world entirely made of plastic trash recovered from the ocean and from the land. And basically it wants to bring this message of hope, sailing this boat from Kenya to Zanzibar, for example, or now from Kenya to South Africa. It's interesting that this boat was made without any specific technology. That's to show that if people and government want to work together to create something, you don't need massive amount of money. So it's a very interesting project. I hope everybody will follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and it was a huge project in terms of impact. So over 400 million impression. It is now supported by United Nations as well and Clean Seas. So it's I'm very happy to be a very small, tiny part of this support project, but it's a great story.
Absolutely, and we will put the links in the show notes so the people can follow it. It's very impressive. And somehow that is already a big driver for you. I think now Expo is in Dubai, and Abu Dhabi would open your heart because there is a focus of sustainability there as well.
Yes. So one of the three pillars of Expo, it's sustainability. The other two are mobility and opportunity. I was able able to as well work in a project with them to upcycle all their boards, their billboards. In Germany and Switzerland, you have this company called Freitag that basically recover the cover of the trucks. We do a similar concept, but recovering the billboards. So we saved from the landfill more than 10,000 square meters that are now being transformed into bags and backpack and laptop bags. So it's a fascinating project, and this shows the winning of Expo to be extremely sustainable. So it's a great opportunity. It's a 6 months event, mega event, the biggest event during pandemic and most probably after pandemic. It's a all new city and 190 pavilions. So it's a beautiful place, and they're very much doing what they are promised that they will doing. So it's impressive.
I can imagine. I had been in Germany, I think it was in 2000 at the Expo, which is a long time ago. If you're looking on all your investment activities, are there some coming the next months where you say, I'm really excited what is coming, or is it too early to cheat about it?
No, actually, I can tell you of one investment that I recently did few months ago. It's not really related to sustainability, but to social impact. So it's a company that was born around 10 months ago, 11 months ago, that is called Zofer, that it's providing a safe driver. So in Dubai, of course, you can party. You can go out, you can have your beer, your glass of wine, but it's very dangerous to drive your car after have drinking or consume some alcohol. So this company was born with the idea of providing a service where a driver will take you and your car home. So where is the social impact that this app is providing is a service that avoids people to drive being drunk and avoiding accidents and avoiding people ending up in jail. So this is the great investment that I did. It's growing exponentially. They started with 2 drivers. Now we have more than 110. And it's a fascinating story about the 2 founders as well. One from India, one from Malaysia. And it's extremely impressive.
So it's something like it's app-based. You can just like picking your Uber car, you're picking a driver for getting home.
Yeah, it's Uber use their cars. Our service provides a driver that will take you and your car home. So you save basically the first ride going from your home to a restaurant. So already there you save money. And on the way back, the driver will take you and your car for a cheaper price than a taxi. So you save twice.
Mm-hmm. And you have your car at home the next day, which is fine.
That's correct.
I guess you can tell some stories about what happened with some drunken guests and the driver, which might be not every time very easy.
No, I have to say Dubai is a great place because it's the one of the most secure and safe city in the world. People are extremely well educated, and in 6 years that I'm here, I never saw a fight in a bar. I never saw anybody being robbed. It's as I said, I feel more safe here than in Switzerland.
Okay, although I feel very safe in Switzerland if I'm traveling there. How you handle all the languages? You raised more with French and Italian, traveling around South Africa. I think English was as well something. Now in Dubai, on Abu Dhabi, yeah, English is a good language to connect, but Arabian is a must, I would say, in some areas to get connected in business. How do you handle all that?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to learn, my mother language is Italian. I learned French during the army. My German is very basic, unfortunately. And English, as I said, I learned it. I studied in New York, and now my wife, she's from South Africa. So I talk to her only in English. So there is no many options to communicate with her rather than English. I have to say Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the whole UAE, it's speaking Arabic is not necessarily a must. All the locals speak perfectly and fluently English. English is the language that's common ground for all the 200 nationalities that we have in the UAE. We have 90% of people coming from abroad. So the local population is very, very small compared to the expat, and English is a common language for everything. I tried to do some Arabic lesson, but was a bit too hard for new alphabet, and unfortunately it requires a lot of time.
No, it's very impressive.
No, I really hope that I give some hope to the young generation. You know, sometimes people are a bit scared to leave their comfort zone, especially when you're coming from a privileged country in Europe, like Germany, Switzerland. But I have to say was that the best decision was to get out from my comfort zone. As I said, I was able to sit in a chair working 8 to 5:30, getting my bonus at the end of the year, growing every 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But I didn't really get the point. And the most frustrating things was waking up and not wanting to go to work. That was for me the most frustrating thing. Now, to be honest, I wake up every day and I'm excited about what is going to happen. I'm going to meet new people. I'm going to start new businesses. I'm going to fail. I'm going to re-jump on stuff that I left. Or it's fascinating. And for me, it's not like working. A portion is based on making money, that's for sure. But I'm not driven by money. I'm driven by loving what I'm doing. I realized when my mom passed away that life is very short. We have to enjoy every single moment.
Oh, it's very impressive. And you're teaching already that for the youth, that they learn about it. And yeah, I think that's as well my passion to say, think about what could happen, what nice excitement and experience are out. What you have to leave your comfort zone. Yeah, every time I think, and very impressive what you're doing. And I still think I will trace your activities, and hopefully my travel activities will come back to Dubai as the last time I think is 6 years ago, and hopefully when we can meet there.
Yes, for sure. And they have a nice beer and go back with our service.
Absolutely. Matteo, thank you so much for your time and your impressive way from Switzerland to Abu Dhabi and Dubai. I'm glad having you and wish you all the best with all your invests and social activities. I think that's something where we stay connected.
Thank you so much, Jürgen. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.